day was pretty interesting. One of my brothers in the Sons of God community, he suggested that I, in the midst of like work-based frustration, he suggested that I should start meditating about and letting go of that frustration and what's causing that frustration before, like, for 5 or 10 minutes before I go to work or, do the thing that's frustrating. And it sort of evolved, and it's turning out to be something really quite it's honestly the thing I was been looking for like a while ago. For a while I was trying to manifest, like how the fuck do I control this stuff, or how do I cast my vote, if that makes sense. Like, at least let me get my word in, say what I really want, right? And sometimes it'll happen the way you want, and sometimes it won't. Maybe most of the time it won't, I don't know. But it's kind of turned into that, which is really not what I was expecting. Yeah. So it's what it's turned into. So it was a letting go meditation, but basically, the things that was frustrating at work was getting in there, kind of sleep deprived because I have to wake up so early, and there's these people, store employees that are like bossing me around, and I don't know. My entire life, I would rather them not be there and I just do it by myself. But that's not how it works. It's not real life. So, you do what you gotta do. But a main component of that was certainly sleep. And the meditation, like I got my sleep more dialed as I can get it. It's not gonna be perfect because work is crazy. But the mindset going into everything and this meditation plus so let me give you an example of what I did the first time I adapted this meditation. So we have a tablet in the truck, and I didn't really set a timer so much. I just made sure I had sufficiently seen what I wanted to see, if that makes any sense. Like, I had to make sure the picture was clear of what I was looking at, and I closed my eyes, and the first thing I did was saw the tablet and saw myself. The first thing I decided I wanted was to make sure I go to sleep when I said I would to go to sleep, because there are circumstances which can, cause me to, have pretty crazy sleep schedule. So I'm trying to make that more consistent. So what I did was I saw myself. We mark when we go to sleep. So I watched my finger in my mind hit the sleep button and then save it, right, at the time that I wanted to go to bed. And it happened that day, which, as it was happening, I was like, wait, well, I feel that this is not, like, this happens most days. This is, like, yes, there could have been circumstances that, change this, but, like, this is what happens majority of the time. My goal was to go to bed at 8 o'clock and wake up at 4. That happens most days. It's just like sometimes it doesn't happen. So I feel like I've got the sleep pretty locked in right now, so I don't feel that I need, to visualize that right now. So the second thing I did was visualize, which I did today. And today was particularly hectic. I started my day, right now it's like 7 o'clock p.m. I started my work day at 11:40 p.m. yesterday. So yeah, I've been up for a while. I got 3 hours of sleep, which is for some reason that I either need 7 to 8 hours or 3. And 3, I wake up feeling okay, pretty good. It works in a pinch for situations like these. But I saw this time, instead of going to bed and watching myself, log in saying, hey, I'm going to bed at X time, I saw myself going on the tablet, putting in the address to go back to the distribution center, which would mean that the trailer is done, right? Which, considering the circumstances of the day, is that I'm starting super early. I had to drop off an old trailer, swap a bunch of equipment over to this trailer, and then drive 2 hours. And when I picked up this trailer, it had some lights that weren't working, and you're not legally I can't drive with that, so I had to get that fixed. So there's just like obstacle, like things that just, what are the odds that I'm gonna get all of my stops done for the day, considering that I basically killed 5 hours of the day, of my work day, not unloading the trailer. And normally, when I park at my first stop to unload, it still takes me all day to unload all the, let's say I have 4, it'll still take me all day to unload the whole trailer. So I started today with a severe deficit. But when I got to the first store, after 3 hours of sleep, after getting there an hour late because of the fixing the lights, what I did is I asked to go to the bathroom because I had been driving for 3 hours, 2 hours, something like that. Had to pee. Went in there. Normally I'd go on my phone, but what I did, I closed my eyes and I saw myself putting in that address at that first stop, and I let go of how it was going to happen. I didn't let myself think about it. I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't let the mind come in and be like, oh, that's definitely not going to happen because of all of these circumstances. I just saw it. I made sure I could see it clearly, what I was doing. And I didn't question it. Just, at that point, I didn't set a timer, whatever. I just made sure I could see it, and I'm trusting. I'm, just having faith, man. And somehow, this is like the first day doing this unloading, where all of the stops were really fast, and I unloaded the whole trailer in what normally takes me all day. I basically did it in half the time. So you like, kind of miraculous from my perspective. Like, it's just about, what I can see myself doing next time is choosing a different, right? Like right now, I'm parked at my last stop because I can't drive anymore because I ran out of hours. But the trailer's unloaded, so first thing in the morning I can go. But what I really want, more than unloading the trailer in one day, is a shower. I want to shower more than I want to do that. So, next time, I'm gonna imagine myself about to take a shower, or taking a shower, or maybe drying myself off, implying I have taken a shower. So, and then I'll let go of how that happens. And I'll try that again. But it worked today for sure. I mean, it just doesn't even make sense how it worked today. I literally, like, for the past couple, I've been on this account for like 5 weeks, and every single store is kind of slow. And somehow today, everyone was fast as fuck. I don't really understand. No, I don't really need to understand. I just know that it did. It's done. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I'm thinking about how else can I apply that in my life? How can I want to talk more about the visualization thing, because I did think about, because the original suggestion for the meditation is 5 to 10 minutes, which for meditation purposes, you do need some time to like take yourself through the levels, get sufficiently meditative. You know, your brain waves need to be down in theta for to be calm. I mean, you can lower them in beta, but theta's where it's at, bro. But I was thinking about the visualization, like, how long should I visualize? I'm thinking about this afterwards, kind of shocked that all this has happened and worked. Like, I feel that if I would have visualized for longer because I felt I had to, that would almost be like a doubt. Like, I don't trust that if I visualize this and then if it only takes a minute, if it only takes 30 seconds, however long it takes to get that clear picture, if that's too quick, it can't happen. No, it has to take longer than that. I'm a limitless being. Of course it's gonna work. Why wouldn't it work? It did work. And I just gotta figure out what am I gonna start seeing? What do I want to start seeing? Because I can choose. And I just let go of how it happens. Just see it and don't think about it anymore. Just honestly forget you thought about it. It might not even happen that day. I wasn't even certain that I didn't specify in my visualization this morning that I put in the address to where I wanted to go after unloading the trailer. I didn't imagine a time or anything. So that's like a, kind of like a genie, like, be careful what you ask for. You need to be very, very specific about what you ask for. As specific as you can. And now my mind just wants to discount. It's like, sometimes it's gonna go fast sometimes, It's just a coincidence, if you believe in that.